Module 6, Engaging Tasks. So throughout this module, it really explains that engagement is at the center of learning. So there are two types of students, engaged and disengaged. So engaged learners are often known to learn more, and disengaged learners are often identified to learn less and are often labeled in a negative way as either maybe a behavior problem or unmotivated. A cause of disengaged learner might be boredom. So, disengaged learners are not present during virtual learning, whether they're not logged on or their camera is off and they're on mute. There are some students who have not had issues with engagement during lessons prior to virtual learning and are facing issues now. This can be due to several reasons. There are so many new distractions at home that students face during virtual learning that was not present in the school setting, whether that be family, pets, technology, just anything. They're not in their normal learning environment. So, engagement is understood across three dimensions: behavioral, cognitive, and emotional engagement. So, behavioral engagement is most commonly referenced when describing a student's engagement. So this is most easily recognizable to teachers. Behavior engagement alone is not a sufficient gauge to determine if a student is learning in an activity. So cognitive engagement provides a further look into what it means to be engaged when learning. And this really relates to the psychological efforts students use to master content being learned. Students who seek challenge and self regulate are said to be cognitively engaged. And there are observable actions of this engagement, so you can see if they are cognitively engaged. And some of these examples that they provided were planning, monitoring their own progress, setting goals, solving problems. And this really just helped me identify what this type of cognitive engagement is, and to really what to look out for. And the last one was emotional engagement, and this really just shows that interest in relationships contribute to a student's ability to learn. And there are observable actions mentioned in the book as well for this, such as engaging in discussions, posing questions, seeking help when needed, and just showing interest and curiosity in a topic. So the book goes on to say that these three dimensions are too interrelated and are not very predictive of a student's success. Next, the book goes on to say that students need to be able to accomplish the following in their learning. And this shows really if they are being engaged. They need to find info efficiently, sort out info to find the credible and accurate resources through using several resources. And we've really learned a lot about this through digital literacy and all of our readings this semester. The next one is using information accurately and ethically. Create information such that its creation deepens one's understanding. So this is going beyond just stating facts. It's really synthesizing the information and building on that. And the last one is to share the information responsibly with audiences for a variety of purposes. And that can be done through assignments, tests, online platforms, such as our Walk the World, and different aspects like that. So all of the accomplishments that a student needs, all of the things that I just mentioned that a student needs to accomplish in their learning, the module goes on to present opportunities and engagement opportunities and sample tools for how students can do these things. For example, function finding information, engagement opportunities, can locate information sources, can organize and analyze information, locate information, and those are just different engagement opportunities that the book suggested. So the sample tools that support those functions and engagement opportunities are Kahoot, MindMeister, Quizlet, Padlet, Twitter, just like with our Walk the World project that I had previously mentioned. Those online tools and platforms really help support students' success in finding information and locating sources and sharing their information. So really helping them complete those functions and engagement opportunities. Teachers that want students to be engaged learners must teach the kind of strategies learners need and opportunities for them to use them. And so it's not just teaching them skills, but it's also providing them the opportunity to apply and master those skills as well. It really touches on the importance of students self-reflecting, asking questions, problem solving, and just really using advantage of those tools. Creating an environment and building the relationships amongst peers and yourself as an educator as well is also very important. And it provides tools to do that as well, such as like Google Classroom and Bitmojis, and just interactive spaces where students can use hyperlink resources, websites, share their learnings and their findings, and just really engage through this virtual learning. I think it's really important to know that busy work does not equal engaged learners. Just the more work does not equal the more engaged they are. It's really the quality of the work and what opportunities you provide them. So the last part that the module really touched upon that I thought was important is to be aware of Zoom exhaustion. So what is Zoom exhaustion? Zoom exhaustion comes from too many hours trying to sit still and remain engaged in front of a screen. And this is creating how can we prevent this? We can prevent this by creating a consistent and predictable schedule that is student friendly and family friendly as well.